The Kansas City Chiefs are headed to a third straight Super Bowl with a chance to win a historic third straight Super Bowl victory, something no team has ever done in the Super Bowl era. And we Kansas City Chiefs fans can barely enjoy it because all we can do is have to defend against this stupid conspiracy theory that the refs and the NFL are somehow rigging the games in favor of the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, a petition has been launched to boycott NFL games until this is all taken care of. What's up, everybody? I'm Daniel Booth here with your Chiefs news of the day. If you're new to my channel, I discuss Chiefs every single day. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and join in the conversation in the comment section below. I did a video about the lunacy of all of this yesterday, but it continues today. And so let's get right into it. What am I talking about? First and foremost, a petition. A petition to boycott NFL games because of Kansas City Chiefs fans' bias. This is Newsweek, ladies and gentlemen. This is how the social media networks work. Someone starts a theory, someone gets out there, and the news organizations are just like, well, let's run with this because sensationalism gets clicks. But here's what we know. The Kansas City Chiefs' dramatic victory, it says here, over the Buffalo Bills in the AFC Championship has sparked a boycott of Super Bowl 49 and a petition aimed at NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell. Viewers' frustrations, it says here, with quote-unquote referee bias are ongoing issue throughout the season. For some, appeared to reach a peak during the game on January 26th. If you want to go back and watch my video yesterday, I break down how all three of those controversial calls, I felt like Chris Farley there, controversial calls, are absolute bogus. But on Sunday, the Chiefs won 32-29 over the Bills in the AFC. The backlash stems from allegations of referee favoritism, with fans pointing to controversial calls that shaped the game's outcome. So here's what we know now. The change.org petition, boycott NFL games until adequate officiating fairness measures are implemented, was created on January 26th. A lot of news agencies are running with this now. Oh, there's a petition to boycott the NFL and boycott the Kansas City Chiefs because of those calls. And guess what? As of January 28th, it currently has 100 signatures. 100 signatures. Can you believe that? 100. Well, boy, if that's not news, everybody, I don't know what is. It's absolute lunacy. But it says here, for many of us, the National Football League has been a source of positivity and joy over the years, the petition reads. However, a growing concern over the inconsistent refereeing, particularly evident while observing games involving the Kansas City Chiefs, is tarnishing this beautiful sports spirit, end quote. And boy, there's a lot to break down there, but that is the stupidest thing I have ever heard. Here's what we know: that Patrick Mahomes is the greatest quarterback in the this era, other than Tom Brady. He's number 2 all time. He's going to a third straight Super Bowl. He's a 2-time Super Bowl MVP, a 2-time league Super Bowl or 2-time league MVP. We've won 3 Super Bowls, 2 in a row. We have gone to the AFC Championship 7 times, and since his rookie season. And we have gone on a run that is unprecedented in the NFL history since losing to the Raiders last Christmas over a year ago in 2023, I should say. We've gone on an unprecedented run. Boy, it all has to come down with the refs. How about somebody beat the Chiefs? I tweeted that out yesterday. How about somebody just beat the Chiefs? If you're whining about close calls and all of that, then guess what? You didn't deserve to beat the Chiefs in the first place. That's my take on it immediately. But this petition is absolute lunacy. So let's look at some facts and let's look at some data here. I want to bring up a couple different things here. First and foremost, the ex-NFL head of officiating here, this is on TMZ. We can all laugh about TMZ. Of course, they're not journalism. But the ex-NFL of officiating, Dean Blandino, tells TMZ Sports the league is absolutely not conspiring to help get the Chiefs into the Super Bowl. The 53-year-old, who now works on Fox Sports NFL and college football rules analyst, said that even though the Chiefs may seem to be getting the benefit of a lot of close calls in big games, he's sure there's no directive from Roger Goodell to have refs favor the Chiefs. He said, I want to find this quote real quickly. He said, oh, here it is. Someone somewhere would slip up and it would get out if this is absolutely true. This is how conspiracy theories work, is that it's a big part of some global plan by huge corporations to manipulate things. And the reality is my dad, for instance, worked for the federal government, and he said, these big conspiracies by the federal government, we can't even get the post office running efficiently. The government shuts down all the time because of we can't reach agreements on budgets and things like that. It is a hot mess at the federal government. So the idea that there's a bunch of people behind the scenes orchestrating these vast conspiracies to my father about the federal government was absolute stupidity in his mind. Now, we can talk about that another time. That's not what we're here to talk about, JFK and things like that. But the point being is that at the NFL, we're part of some vast conspiracy, and all the refs and all the coaches and all the players and everyone was in on it, and the NFL was scripted. The odds would be so astronomical, more about that in a second, that it's just seemingly impossible. Remember that each team every year gets 53 players on their roster. Every team, or the average player of every NFL player, the average life expectancy in the league is 3 years. Most players never become wealthy when you play in the NFL. And so if that were true, if the NFL were scripted, if people were told to not tackle Patrick Mahomes and blah, 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 there would be so many players that would be so disgruntled for being out of the league that didn't make the money that they would, that so many documentaries would have been made by now exposing this blatant conspiracy and lie and the wool being pulled over the public's eyes to manipulate games. It's just absolutely stupid. Okay, want to bring up this as well. Number 2, let's bring this up. I found this was really interesting. Here we are. So what I did is I went on AI. AI, which does not have any kind of political leniency, is we all know what AI is. So I asked AI, what are the odds that the NFL and the referees are part of a conspiracy to rig games in the Kansas City Chiefs' favor? And so they go through all this. You can copy this and put it right back into ChatGPT on your own. But I want to go to their conclusion. So what are the math odds? Well, it's not possible to calculate exact odds. Here's how to think about it. Conspiracy complexity. The odds of a conspiracy in a highly publicized and heavy scrutinized sport involving thousands of individuals is extremely low, likely closer to 0.0000001% or lower. Referee bias. Even if individual biases occur, the chances of these biases favoring the Chiefs in every game throughout every season and being systematically part of a conspiracy is still very low. The odds might be in the realm of a fraction of 1% for isolated incidents, but for a consistent league-wide effort, practically impossible. Conclusion: the mathematical odds of the NFL and its referees being involved in a widespread conspiracy to rig games for the Kansas City Chiefs are infinitely small. I can't read that word. Likely approaching zero when considering the number of people involved, the transparency of officiating, the complexity of coordinating such a scheme, and the probability of it being detected. Most rigged calls are simply a result of imperfect officiating and fan perception, rather than any coordinated effort by the league. I hope this clarifies things. Are you looking for a deeper dive into this? Blah, blah, blah. So there you have it. A fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of 1% is the odds that the Kansas City Chiefs are getting preferential treatment by the refs and the NFL, and that the NFL is rigged and scripted. So here is my point, Kansas City Chiefs fans. Here's where we can celebrate. Laugh it off. Laugh it off and let the hate flow off your back like a cool spring rain. It doesn't matter. The Kansas City Chiefs are going back to the Super Bowl. We are going to three-peat. And when we do, the Kansas City Chiefs will be the greatest dynasty in the history of the NFL. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. I hope that helps. Stay above the fray, stay above the noise, Chiefs fans, and we'll do it all again tomorrow. As always, go Chiefs!